Have you ever seen a place so surreal that it looks like something out of a science fiction movie? A scenario that defies logic, where the laws of nature seem different and reality becomes almost a dream. There are places on Earth that seem like portals to another dimension, environments so impressive and unusual that they could easily be mistaken for fantasy worlds. But the most incredible thing is that they are real. Imagine a desert that, at certain times of the year, transforms into a perfect mirror of the sky, creating the illusion of an endless infinite, or an underground cave full of gigantic crystals, so immense that they make anyone feel tiny in front of their grandeur, or even a submerged forest, where trees continue to stand, as if frozen in time, emerging from the crystal-clear waters of a deep lake. The world is full of mysteries, and some landscapes are so extraordinary that they challenge our perception of reality. If you like enigmatic places, scenarios that seem from another world, and visual experiences that defy common sense, then this video is for you. Get ready to discover some of the most impressive and surreal places on the planet, places that seem so unreal. And before we start this journey, subscribe to the channel, because here you will always find the most incredible places, curiosities that spark the imagination, and destinations that go far beyond what you believe possible. Now imagine yourself walking through a vast, silent desert with nothing around you but an infinite horizon. Suddenly, after a rain, the ground becomes a perfect reflection of the sky, transforming the landscape into a mesmerizing illusion. You no longer know where the earth ends and the sky begins, and the feeling of being floating in infinity takes care of you. Sounds like something from another planet, right? But this place exists, and it is right here in our world. And the Salar de Uyuni in Bolivia, one of the most impressive destinations on Earth. And it's just the beginning, because now we're going to travel even deeper on this journey and explore places that challenge everything we know about our own planet. But before revealing the next places on this surreal list, tell me something. Have you ever imagined what it would be like to walk through a submerged forest where the trees seem to sprout from the bottom of a crystal-clear lake, creating a setting worthy of a fantasy film? Or enter a cave so hot and full of giant crystals that simply staying there could be a risk? These landscapes defy logic and make anyone question reality. And the most incredible thing? They really exist. Now, if you are enjoying this video and want to continue exploring these amazing places with me, now leave your like. This helps this content reach more people who, like you, are also fascinated by mysterious and surreal destinations. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, now is the time. Here, you will always find incredible curiosities, unbelievable places, and mysteries that make anyone rethink everything they know about the world. What makes these places so different? How is it possible that, on a planet that we know so well, there are still scenarios that seem to belong to another reality? The answer lies in nature itself, which over millions of years has sculpted landscapes so surreal that they challenge our perception and make anyone doubt what they are seeing. These locations were shaped by rare and extreme natural forces that created views so incredible they seem portals to other dimensions. Some arose from unique geological processes, while others were formed by unexpected climate changes or seismic events that completely transformed the landscape around them. The result? Environments that seem too fantastic to be real, and that challenge everything we think we know about the world around us. What if I told you that some of these places are so perfect that they seem dream scenarios? Or that there are points on Earth where gravity and colors don't seem to behave the way we know them? Yes, these places exist and are spread across different corners of the planet, hidden in deserts, forests, caves, and even underwater. Some of them were discovered recently, while others were already known, but gained fame for their characteristics so surprising and inexplicable. Now, get ready, because we're going to explore some of the most surreal places on Earth, starting with a desert that turns into a giant mirror, creating a reflection so perfect that it seems as if heaven and earth merge into one. Have you ever heard of the Salar de Uyuni in Bolivia? This is the largest salt desert in the world, and during the rainy season, its smooth white surface is covered by a thin layer of water, transforming it into the largest natural mirror of the planet. The result? An optical illusion so surreal that it challenges our perception of reality. Anyone who walks through this landscape has the feeling of being floating in infinity, without knowing where the sky begins and the earth ends. If you've seen images of this place, you know what I'm talking about. But see, personally, it's something indescribable. If Salar de Uyuni already seems surreal, wait until you discover the next places on this list. The world is full of landscapes that defy logic and make anyone question whether we are really on planet Earth or if we have somehow crossed a portal to another dimension. Now, imagine descending almost 300 meters below the surface of the Earth and coming across a gigantic chamber filled with colossal crystals, some larger than a bus. This place exists and is called Giant Crystal Cave, located in the Naka Mine, Mexico. This place, discovered by chance by miners, houses some of the largest natural crystals ever found on Earth, reaching an incredible 12 meters in height. The setting is out of this world, with selenite columns shining in the light of the lanterns, creating a visual effect that seems straight out of a science fiction film. But make no mistake, exploring this place is a real challenge. Temperatures inside the cave can exceed 58 degrees C with extreme humidity, making it impossible to stay there for more than a few minutes without specialized equipment. If the idea of entering an underground chamber already seems impressive, now imagine an entire forest submerged in a lake, where the trees remain standing, as if they were alive, even underwater. This surreal vision can be found in Kaindy Lake in Kazakhstan, created just over a century ago due to an earthquake. This lake swallowed an entire forest, preserving its trees in an almost magical way. The crystal-clear water allows you to clearly see the trunks emerging from the depths, giving the feeling that a new world is hiding there. The bare branches which protrude from the surface of the lake make the scene look like an underwater enchanted kingdom, almost as if it belonged to a dark fairy tale. For divers who venture into these waters, the experience is even more surreal, as beneath the surface the forest remains practically intact, creating a completely unusual and mesmerizing landscape. But if what you are looking for is a place that literally looks like another planet, so get ready to discover the Valley of the Moon. There are two versions of this place, one in Brazil and the other in Chile, but both share one aspect in common: the extraterrestrial appearance. In Brazil, Vale da Lua is located in Chapada dos Veadeiros and is famous for its rock formations carved over millions of years, creating a setting that seems to have been taken from a science fiction film. In Chile, the Valley of the Moon in the Atacama Desert, it impresses with its dunes and geological formations that are incredibly similar to the lunar surface. The arid landscape, the mountains sculpted by the wind, and the reddish hue of the soil make anyone who visits this place feel like they have stepped into another world. And the most curious thing? NASA uses this region to test equipment that will be sent to Mars. In other words, if you ever wanted to know what it would be like to walk on another planet, this is the closest place on Earth to this. And if you think the surprises are over, wait until you visit one of the most magical and mesmerizing places in the world, Antelope Canyon, in the United States. Imagine walking through a narrow gorge where the sandstone walls have been sculpted by wind and water over millennia, creating curves and shapes so fluid they appear almost liquid. Now add to that a natural light show, where the sun's rays enter through the small openings and illuminate the interior with vibrant shades of orange, red, and gold. The feeling of being there is indescribable, as if we were in a portal to another reality. Depending on the time of day, the colors change, and the shadows create incredible patterns, making each visit unique. It's no surprise that this place is one of the most photographed in the world and one of the most fascinating natural landscapes in the United States. Now, after seeing all these places that seem portals to other dimensions, I want to know, which one would you like to visit first? Or do you know of any other place so surreal that it should be on this list? Comment below. The world is more impressive than we imagine. To let me know that you've come this far and are fascinated by these incredible places. What do all these places have in common? They not only defy logic, but they also completely transform the way we see our planet. They are landscapes so surreal that they could easily be mistaken for science fiction film sets. But they are here, on Earth, waiting to be explored. Each of these sites was carved over thousands or even millions of years by forces of nature that seem to have ignored any known pattern. They create stunning optical illusions, defy gravity, play with colors, and trick our senses, making us believe for a moment that we are stepping on an alternative world. Places like the Salar de Uyuni, which erases the boundaries between heaven and earth, the Cave of Crystals, which looks like an underground palace from another universe, or the Antelope Canyon, with its mesmerizing curves of light and shadow, prove that the planet still holds secrets that we cannot fully explain. But the most intriguing thing is that there is still a lot to be discovered. If these places, which were once considered myths or unattainable landscapes, were revealed to the world, who can guarantee that there aren't even more impressive ones hidden out there? With advances in technology, explorers and scientists have been able to map previously inaccessible territories, revealing caves that have never been touched by sunlight, lakes of inexplicable colors, and even possible ancient civilizations buried in ice or submerged in the oceans. Every year, new discoveries emerge, showing that the world still has a lot to surprise us. And this leads us to an intriguing question. What if there's an even more stunning place waiting to be found? A scenario that surpasses everything we've seen so far, a landscape that completely defies the laws of physics and makes any other place seem ordinary. The Earth is vast, mysterious, and full of enigmas that we still cannot decipher. Who knows? Maybe the next big discovery is closer than we think. Now tell me, which of these places would you most like to visit? Or do you know of another place that seems to have come from another dimension and that should be on this list? Comment below. The world is more mysterious than we imagine, so I know that you've come this far and that, like me, you also believe that there are still many mysteries waiting to be revealed. And get ready, because the next place we explore could be even more unbelievable. These places show us how incredible and surprising our planet can be. Each of them challenges what we understand as real, creating landscapes that seem to come from another dimension. The Salar de Uyuni, with its infinite reflection, the Crystal Cave, which looks more like an underground kingdom, the Kaindy Lake sunken forest, frozen in time, and the Valley of the Moon, with its extraterrestrial appearance, are just some proof that Earth still holds impressive secrets. Places like this make us realize that no matter how much humanity has explored much of the world, there are still mysteries hidden, waiting to be discovered. Now imagine what else could be hidden out there. If we still find such surreal landscapes, are there places that no one has ever set foot in? Could it be that in some remote corner of the planet there exists an even more impressive place? An environment that surpasses anything we have seen so far? Deep oceans, impenetrable jungles, and unknown caves can hide secrets as unbelievable as these. Perhaps the next destination to be revealed is something we can't even imagine. And now I want to know, if you could visit one of these places, which would you choose? The salt desert that reflects the sky? The submerged forest? The canyon of light and shadows? Or perhaps an even more mysterious place that only you know about? Comment below so I know that you've come this far and are as fascinated as I am by these surreal places. And if you've come this far, it's because, like me, he is fascinated by incredible places that seem to come from another dimension. Then, don't leave without subscribing to the channel. Here you will always find content about the mysteries of the world, surreal destinations and curiosities that defy logic. And if you stayed curious about everything you saw in this video, leave your like, because this helps me to continue bringing more content like this. Now I want to know who actually watched until the end. Comment below. The world hides incredible secrets, so I know that you are part of this community that loves exploring the unknown. And before leaving, the next video is already on screen and I guarantee you it will leave you even more impressed. Click now and come with me to discover another mystery of our planet.